What does your after Christmas cleanup look like? You know, I had some comments and some past videos that said, oh, but you're not real. We want to see the real you. Okay, well, here you go. So I thought I'd give you a day in the life of Christmas cleanup. And yeah, I'm kind of boring, really. I mean, I'm a homebody and I love the home and I love my gardens and I love cooking and I take care of 2 teenagers and my husband and 3 cats and 2 dogs. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot to take care of. I love my devotional time. Couldn't wait to get into my devotional time this morning. I am not drinking tea right now. This is actually my bone broth. Couldn't wait to have that again. So I hope all of you had a Merry Christmas. And I hope you were able to spend some quality time with the people that you love. If you were alone, I hope you found peace. I really do. I know the holidays can be tough. I have only seen half of my family. Actually, I saw a very small portion of my family. My husband and I traveled along with my 2 teenagers and 2 dogs. We traveled about 10 hours away to go spend Christmas with my dad. You know, today it's cleanup. It is unpacking suitcases. It is putting things away. It is cleaning the house. It is laundry, mounds of laundry, 4 days of laundry for 4 people. Yuck. I normally try to do a load or 2 every single day to keep up with it. But I have bed sheets to do. I have towels to do. I have a bird feeder to fill. So I thought, I'm a list person. I like my lists. And I thought I would sit here, chat with you, make my lists of things that need done. So my to-do list. Now, who else has lists? Do you write them down? Do you put them on your phone? And this is a to-do list for today and tomorrow, actually. So I've got to put suitcases away. I like to make a list and I like to cross it off. I feel like I remember things and I feel like I've accomplished something when I do get to write them off. Laundry, which I have a load going as we speak. I have a question for you. Do you like powdered detergent or liquid detergent? Or do you make your own? I've done all 3. And I think I might make my own laundry detergent again. I hate the prices of it. It's awful. All right, so feed the birds. So we've got dinner, laundry towels. Beds will get done tomorrow. 2 teenagers are still in bed. And, okay, clean kitchen. Now, here's another question. How many of you have your Christmas tree down already? I do not, and I can't take it down till after New Year's Day. So because my husband and I and my 2 youngest traveled, we still have a second Christmas with my older sons, their wives, my grandchildren, and my mother and father-in-law. And so we decided we're gonna do that on New Year's Day. So we've got another house full coming. Another reason why I need to get the house cleaned. Clean kitchen, dishes. I have dishes in the sink right now and a dishwasher that's full. Okay, vacuum. Grocery list. Okay, I have a question and I want everyone's serious opinions on this. I don't like to go to the grocery store. I don't like to spend money, but I don't like to go to the grocery store. But I cannot do the click lists or Instacarts or the pickup or the delivery. I question them picking out my produce. You know, if it was stuff like butter and all that kind of stuff, I would do it. But I don't typically go to the grocery store and buy things that I don't examine and look at and make sure that it's good quality. And I've watched some of the people when I'm in the grocery store who are picking out produce and everything for the carts that they have for people's orders. And I've watched them just walk up and just pick it up and dump it in. They don't even look at it, at least not in my Kroger. I don't typically shop Kroger for a lot of my items. I do shop Aldi, less expensive on most things. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the pickups and deliveries for groceries? Do you use them? Or do you go and you like to pick out your own? I'm curious. So I do need milk. So what do we buy on a homestead? Well, I do have a lot of fruits and vegetables canned, but I don't have any fresh. So I do buy like things like broccoli. I'll find Brussels sprouts. Now I did grow a lot of Brussels sprouts, so I still have some of those. Those are the only vegetables I have. I do need almond milk. Cheese. I mainly buy dairy and fruit, vegetables. Sometimes I will pick up bread items. It just depends on how busy the week is and if I'm going to bake bread. So I'm going to finish my list here, and then we will take you through my day and show you what I do. Like I said, it's not that exciting, but it is real. So off to the grocery store we have to go. So as I am making my list, I always go through the refrigerator. And what did I find? Well, my sourdough starter had the hooch on the top of it. So I drained some of it out, and I'm actually going to put it into a clean container and get this fed and get it going. And then maybe I will make some sourdough bread for the weekend. I thought that would be nice. So I am literally just going to dump this in. And yeah, these are the things I do. This is real. It does bring me joy though. Out of all the breads that I've made, I will say this one, the sourdough, is the most fun dough to work with. I love working with this dough. All right, so we are going to let this soak. And let's get some, these are the best, especially if you use mason jars, and I love mason jars for everything. I have switched to glass on just about everything. So to this, I am adding a half a cup of flour, all-purpose flour, and then a third of a cup of water, and this is filtered water. You don't want to use city water. I'm going to stir it up and see the consistency. You want the consistency to be like a thick pancake batter. Now this is cold because I've had it in the refrigerator for a couple weeks and I just hadn't done anything with it. So we are going to revive this starter. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. It still seems a little runny, so hang on for me. But see, real. Dishes in the sink, my bone broth on the stove. Can't get any more real than this. So I'm going to add about a fourth of a cup. And then I'll just half this third cup. Let's see what that does. All right, let's see how bubbly this gets. I'll just stick it over here. That's our apple cider vinegar that I did months ago, and it is still going. All right, I'm just gonna put the rest of the filtered water in my water cup. Let's finish cleaning out the fridge. Do have some rice from last thing. Here's Brussels sprouts from the garden. And we have lima beans that we need to use up, the Christmas lima beans. Still have some carrots. Very few grapes. I do have apples. I do have to wash those though. A lime that needs to go. A couple limes. Ugh. I dislike when I travel because things go bad in my refrigerator. So we gotta clean some out. And here's real. So my cucumber went bad. Yuck. I still have a little bit of cabbage and peas from the garden, and I know this is bad. This I got reduced, so at least I don't feel so bad, but that just drives me nuts. I've got 2 avocados I gotta use up. I'll just wipe this out. Makes me sick to my stomach when I have to toss food. And it doesn't happen often because I normally stay really good on top of everything. But when you leave for 4 or 5 days, it doesn't always get used up, does it? All right. Cabbage back in, my peas, avocado. There we go. We've got very little lunch meat, but the boys are not in school right now, so I probably won't buy any lunch meat, but we could use some cheese. Yeah, we gotta add cucumbers. All right, well, looks like it's time to go to the store. I'm back. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so Aldi, I pulled in there. There was barely anybody in the store. It was great. Got what I needed there. I think I explained earlier that I am doing our family Christmas. So I got some cheeses, some crackers to just do a small charcuterie board, things like that. But then I went to Kroger. So I am a reduced shopper right there. And I scored today. I scored pretty big. 3 packages of chicken breast, and then I scored a package of boneless chicken thighs. I did pick up some Italian sausage. We do like using Italian sausage in pastas and soup. And that was on sale with a digital coupon. So I think I paid about $2.50 a piece for those. This is how I buy my spinach for when I make my homemade dog food. So I watch for the fresh spinach to go on sale, reduced, and then I throw it in the freezer. So I picked up 3 bags of that. Of course, we've got our sauerkraut for New Year's Day. And then this is just the cheeses, you know, little cheeses. Picked up a bologna for the kids, some cheese. Here was the big score. And yes, I spent a little bit more than what I wanted to. Considering that I've not been to the grocery store in 3 weeks, it was okay. It averages out for me in the end. And maybe I'll do a running tab like that for you. But this was the find. We got a 19-pound turkey, fresh turkey. Now, I looked this up. This original price tag was $41, and I think I paid $24 for it. You may go, oh, that's a lot of money. It is, but this is a lot of meat. And I am actually, because it is not frozen, I'm going to make this tonight. And I have a recipe from Giada, and I can show you bits and pieces of it and how it comes out. But I have the most amazing turkey recipe, and she cooks the turkey at a higher temp to begin with, and it totally lessens the time to be able to cook the turkey. So I even text my husband, I'm like, should I do this? Because this will provide us dinner tonight. It will provide us a dinner tomorrow, and I'll just use the turkey meat and do a creamy turkey soup again, or turkey tetrazzini, or something like that where I have all this meat. My husband will take it for lunches, and this was a huge score. This is going to feed us for at least 4 to 5 days as I use the different parts of the turkey. Plus, then I have the bones that I can make a turkey bone broth with. So this whole turkey will get completely used, and I'll share some more with you on that. You know, when I add all this up, these 4 packages of chicken, this was $25. So, and that's 4 meals. And I like to find these things, and especially when they're half off or they're reduced considerably, and then I'll make them and use them and figure it out. And that's what we're doing tonight. So I'll show you a little bit more about the turkey after I get all these groceries put away. So it is a busy day in the kitchen, and we are going to take care of these things that we purchased. I personally don't like throwing these containers into the freezer because I believe that the meat gets freezer burned quicker. So I do have a Foodsaver. Now this is an older version, and I am going to put all this meat into the Foodsaver bags. One thing that I wanted to show you when I went down to put the spinach away, I forgot about this. This is a super cuber. And what I will do with this, you know, we had made some soup last week before we left, and I had leftover soup. So instead of throwing it away or letting it go bad, I'll throw it into the super cubers, just like this. And you can do this with marinara, if you make marinara, soups, chili, anything you want to. If you have leftover and you don't think you're gonna use it, and let me move this over, and you don't think you're gonna use it, but it comes out like a cube like this. And then I just put it in my Foodsaver bag. When we want a soup or my husband needs a quick lunch, I'll pull it out, thaw it out overnight, heat it up, and put it in his thermos. This was a sausage potato soup that I made last week. And then they're dishwasher safe. And I already sealed up one bag. So I am going to put this into the bag. Probably cut too big of a bag on this one, but we'll seal it up. It's gonna get loud. And then it's sealed, and I'll throw it in my freezer, like I said. That way, nothing goes to waste. You know, it killed me to throw away that cucumber and cauliflower. It would kill me even more if I was throwing away a soup with meat and vegetables and everything else in it. So this is what I do, and then I will just write on the top there. This was a sausage potato soup. And then I can pull it out. Then I'm not buying canned soup and all of that. It makes it pretty nice. I'm gonna continue on and work through all this. All right, so we got our big turkey. Now, like I said, this recipe is from Giada. And this is called turkey with herb de Provence and citrus. So I've taken 1 onion, 1 lemon, and an orange, and I've stuffed it inside. I actually ran out to my garden, was able to pick some fresh sage, and I still had a little bit of oregano, so I have 2 sprigs of oregano and sage inside, and then I am going to baste it. Now, what she based this with is 2 tablespoons of butter, a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of herb de Provence. So I've melted my butter. And I've got my herb de Provence. So I'll put my 2 tablespoons of that in there. Oh, this turkey is so good. I didn't make a turkey on Thanksgiving. My son did it. We went to my son's house. We didn't have turkey for Christmas. So when I scored this, I was like, yay, because I do love turkey. Okay, and then it is 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of pepper. So 1.5. I gotta tell you, day in the life, guess what? I didn't get much done today. I took care of all the food stuff for the house. And then you know what? It's trash day tomorrow because our trash day got moved back. So I gotta get around and get all the trash collected and get that out to the street. So that added to my list of things to do. So 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of pepper, and then we're gonna mix this around. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go first up under the skin of the turkey, and then we're gonna coat the turkey with it. So I've gotta get up under here. There we go. I have small hands, but this is not that easy to get back in there. I've never done this big of a turkey before. Let's see, let's get it, stretch it out. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna take a tablespoon of the oil and the butter and all the herbs and put it in there. Just put it all over the breast. And then I'm gonna do the other side as well. Put that all over the breast. And then we're going to put it on the turkey. You know, there's so many different ways to make a turkey. I used to roast it all day, low and slow, and you don't have to. The one thing I think she does with these high temps is actually sear in the flavor of everything. Let me get this wing here. I think it sears the skin. I'm just going to turn it around. But I think it sears the skin and locks in the juices when she cooks it at a high temp like this. So my oven is preset to 400. Get this wing. I'm gonna finish this off on the top here. Just get all this good stuff. All right, turkey is ready to go in. Let me wash my hands. So, reading the direction, we have to cover the turkey with foil and roast it for 20 minutes, and then we're going to pour the broth in the bottom of the pan. So we're going to roast it for 20 minutes, pour the broth in, add the remaining sprigs of herbs, and then roast the turkey for 40 minutes more at 400. Then we'll reduce the oven temperature to 350. So I will bring you back when we get to that step. Oh, isn't that a pretty bird? So I have my homemade turkey broth in here, and the only thing I don't like about basting is it takes all the goodness off, but that goodness ends up going into the broth, which then flavors the gravy, because, oh yeah, we're having some gravy tonight. But I'll be showing you how to do broths in the upcoming videos on how I can them. All right, so we need to turn the oven down to 350. And we're going to set the timer for 30 minutes. And at 30 minutes, I will baste it again. We're going to do that for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. There we go. So there you have it. Day in the life. Like I said, it's boring, tiring at times, but I love it. And, you know, I scored some things today. Yes, I spent a little too much. I will be honing in on that budget and I'll take you along. In the meantime, my kitchen is cleaned up. I'm ready to go spend some time with my husband. And it was a good day. It was a good day. God willing, I will be here tomorrow. And I wish you all a fabulous night. Good night.